Paolo Banchero has already won the Rookie of the Year trophy. Just give it to him already. The race is over. And I'm going to tell you numerous reasons why. This man damn near locked up the race probably a few handful of games of the season. The 2022 draft was headlined by Paolo Banchero from Duke, coming to Orlando, giving the Orlando Magic that piece that they were desperately missing. This kind of player right now, you need this in order to win. And Paolo Banchero is all of that. This man is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. This man just had two back-to-back 30-point games, y'all, against the Sacramento Kings, who's rolling in hot, and they beat up on the Houston Rockets, which featured Jabari Smith Jr., the man that they thought was going to be the #1 pick in the draft, but it obviously was a shocking turn of events. They beat the Golden State Warriors. This man put up 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. Also added that in with a block, shooting a great field goal percentage, 8 of 17. You can't ask for nothing better than that as a rookie going up against the defending champions. This guy's the truth, man. He just continues to up his play. This man looks head and shoulders above any other pick in that draft. I don't understand how he wasn't the consensus player in that draft. I'm just being all the way real with you. I'm here to tell you right now, these guys are doing big things. The Orlando Magic, they're not going to the playoffs. Let me just break the news to you right now. But they have the foundational piece to get them back to prominence. I want to talk about Jabari Smith Jr., the man that people, at first, the Orlando Magic was upset. It was disgusted they didn't get Jabari Smith Jr. He slipped all the way to 3. He's only averaging 10 points, shooting 30% from the field, 5 rebounds. I wouldn't say the quite impact player at #1. I'm just saying Jabari Smith Jr., this guy's got a great career ahead of him, but I think is levels to this. And as you can see, Paolo Banchero, he's already drawing the comparisons to the LeBrons of the world. He's putting up Iverson numbers, Shaq numbers, Magic numbers. I mean, this dude is putting up historical numbers as a rookie, and it doesn't seem to be an end in sight. Jaden Ivey. I like Jaden Ivey. He's a great player from the Detroit Pistons. He slipped in the draft as well. This guy was a hot commodity. Everybody wanted Jaden Ivey. The New York Knicks was rumored to get him, but he stood pat. He fell to 5 and went to the Detroit Pistons, the Motor City. This guy, Jaden Ivey, is doing better than Jabari Smith Jr., I may say. Playing alongside Cade Cunningham, averaging 15 points per game, shooting 43% from the field, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. This man he's doing good. He's just not Paolo Banchero, and that's the problem. Like I said, just give him the trophy already. I understand there are some honorable mentions, that people may view as good, but the race is over. I don't think the race has been this clear cut. Usually, even when they have consensus #1 overall picks, you have other players that possibly could be on the running, but you can't say that right now. Paolo Banchero, like I said, he's running away with this thing. Um, it's starting to really look like he wants to challenge for arguably the top young player in basketball. I mean, when you think of Luca, when you think of Melo, when you think of, and I'm talking about LaMelo Ball, when you think of, like I said, John Morant, I believe this guy Paolo, if they put the pieces around him, he could be a true force, in the Eastern Conference years from now, fighting and scratching along with some of the uprising teams. You got the Hawks out there, you got the Pistons, you got the Charlotte Hornets. The Orlando Magic could really put themselves in the mix. Could you imagine if they get the #1 overall pick and they were to get Wembenyama? They're already over there with Bobo. They're already over there with Wendell Carter. So you telling me this guy, Paolo Banchero, listen, the way things are looking, Orlando gonna mess around and get the #1 pick in the draft once again. And that would be crazy. You're talking about a dynamic duo, a homegrown dynamic duo, especially in this era where we're coming off of the big three, to now to the big twos. Could you listen? You have two back-to-back number one picks in Orlando, which is a good city. Shout out to everybody in Orlando. Hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. I don't know where they think Orlando is, but Orlando is a hell of a city. And I'm telling you, people will want to go there, and if they continue to build this foundation, I think the sky is the limit for the Orlando Magic. They just got to keep doing it, man. But they definitely have, the foundational piece, and I may add, their head coach is Jamal Mosley. You know, um, he's doing all right. I think he's a guy that could be for the future. I'm not really gonna crucify the Orlando Magic, because like I said, I know that they are a uprising team, a team that's gonna be on the come up. If you look, they have so many teams ahead of them that's further in their development. But the more they develop, the more they could shoot up the standings. You got the Pistons ahead of them, the Hornets. The Hornets got to definitely pick it up. You even got Miami, Brooklyn down there. To be honest with you, if Orlando could go on a little run, they could mess around and shake up the East. They got the Dallas Mavericks, next. So let's see what happens. We will be speaking after that game. Make sure everybody hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss a report. That's an early game at 5:30, in Orlando. So it's kind of wild what's going on right now. That's another encounter for Paolo to prove that he is arguably going to be in the race for the top young player in the league and going up against Luka Doncic, arguably the top young player in the league. I mean, by most people would view that. Luka Doncic is a problem. That's another good test for this guy. If he could do this, Luka Doncic is a monster. This man is already out the gate averaging 36 points per game. I mean, you talk about the MVP. We just discussing the rookie of the year, but in a minute, we might as well just give it to Luka and get it on out the way, but I mean, I'm gonna leave it at that, man. To be honest with you, man, and be real, 100% facts. Paolo, he done locked this shit up already, man. He's got the Orlando Magic getting respectable again. They haven't been respected since the days of Dwight Howard. They couldn't get over the hump. But I think this is the player that Orlando needs, especially in this era. That big man is over with now. You got to be a stretch big now. It's gone to the days where you just dump it down. You need a wing player slashing, and getting guys involved. Paolo could score from the three, mid range, turnaround, post, everything. Hit free throws. That's the player you need. It's Flight Sports TV. Hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. We getting up out of here.